Ooh. Hello my gorgeous beauties, my name is Caprielannissa and today we are going to be doing a makeup review. I was sent a Too Faced influencer box. They sent me over the Too Faced Born This Way Healthy Glow SPF 30. Our Color True formula conceals imperfections with sheer buildable coverage that feels weightless on the skin, leaving you with soft focus, ethereal glow, so healthy and natural they'll think you're born this way. Came with this little flyer here. Comes in this gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. This is what it looks like. And I got the shade Natural Beige. You guys, let's talk about this color here. When I shade matched myself, I was doing it online obviously to select the shade range I would be in, right? I'll show it and put it on the screen exactly what the skin tones kind of like categorize, and you guys can see obviously that would have been my shade. But this might be a little bit too late for me, so you know, that's kind of one of my issues that I have with this, but we're gonna get into it and see how it wears anyhow. It also says that it's infused with coconut water, aids in delicacy, replenishing skin's moisture levels. Alpine rose help empower skin's health and radiance. Hyaluronic acid gives you smoother and more youthful appearance. This is what the bottle looks like. Cute little bottle. It does have a little applicator here that you squeeze out. I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up because it does states to shake it up first before trying. But as we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. I've been loving the e.l.f. primer, the 4% niacinamide primer, y'all. If you want your makeup to last all day, baby, use this. Yes. I'm gonna actually prime one side of my face. Let's see which side is the worst, because we want to really test the waters with these foundations as far as long wear. And my face is already clean and moisturized, clean hands, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on my face. This is my least bad side, so we're gonna work with this side. So we're all nice and coated on one side of our face for primer, and the other side we're just going to just test the waters. I also got a package today, y'all. It's from Amazon. I'm not sure if I want to try out these velvet puffs because people have been trying their makeup with the velvet puffs, and I got mine from Amazon, so for the sake of this video, let's give it a wing. And we're also going to be testing out the beauty blender here. I have the Bio Blender by Eco Tools here. It's a 100% biodegradable makeup sponge. I'm going to go ahead and wet both of these. Oh my god, y'all, look how big this sponge just got. Oh my god. So I wet both of these for me to try. Let's start on this side because I'm going to let the product sit. Alright, so we got like 6 dots. The skin color looks about okay. And because this is my worst side, we are going to use the sponge, and I'm just going to pat it all in. This is sheer coverage. See how white I am? Look at that. Anyhow, we're gonna keep going. Ah. still see my imperfections come through. I do see the tint. Obviously you can too, because you can see a color difference, but I'm not really seeing too much. And I don't know if it's just because of the color, but let's go ahead and do a whole nother layer. I'm gonna put a little bit more just because I don't know if I put enough, but I felt like I would put the normal amount I would have if it were a foundation, maybe. So let's see how that does again. Again, I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender. Let's see if it's gonna cover up anything. It's starting to cover up this time. So I would say just be patient, I guess, with the product and build it up as needed. All right, y'all. This is an up close look of the makeup. I still see my imperfections peeking through, but you know, it is a skin tint. It is not a full coverage foundation. So I'm just going to leave it at that because I feel like that's going to just be its best, I would say, at 2 coats. Because I rarely ever really put any like a third layering of any type of makeup because I don't like to be cakey whatsoever, and we're just not going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and go back on my other side. As you guys can see, the color comparison, the shade is a bit fair for me. Again, the shade is natural beige. So just in case if you are close to my shade range, definitely you want to go into the stores to test out to see what colors are best for you, because this ain't it for me. Not especially with summer and spring coming up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go on the other side, and I'm just gonna use my velvet puff. I have a damp puff. I'm gonna dab it off on the back of my hand. But look at that color. See, like, it doesn't look like it's bad at first, but like, I don't know, y'all. So we're gonna just, the claims of putting makeup on with this particular velvet sponge is that it's supposed to be full coverage, and it doesn't utilize product. See, it's not as much product on there, but I got the product on there. Yeah. Yeah, I did. So let me know down below, have you guys tried applying your makeup with a powder puff, and do you like it overall better than let's just say per se a brush? Because I am a brush gal. So this is very exciting for me to even try, and I'm glad I'm able to try it with you guys. So as you guys can see, with that light layer, I did a good little goop, maybe equivalent to about 6 drops, I would say. I'm going to just blend out a little bit more. But yeah, look at my face. It's so ghosty. Ooh. Yeah. Second coat. We're going in. And you know what? I'm really starting to see a better and fuller coverage while using this particular velvet on my face. Like, I feel like it's giving me more of a coverage. So if you're looking to have the utmost coverage, this might be your girl here, right here. Because we did have a little slight imperfection here, but it's covered, y'all. And this side still here, like, Look at that. Like, I still see spots in here. On this side, not so much. It's really covered with this sponge. So, and maybe, just maybe, the primer is what really helped stick to get the fullest coverage. You know, sometimes that plays a huge part in making sure your makeup sticks and not just, you know, fade out. So make sure when you do apply your makeup, you are getting your neck. But y'all, oof, we know how to finesse light makeup, thankfully, with bronzer and stuff like that, which is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do all of that off of camera. But as you guys can see, we have a full face of the Too Faced Born This Way skin tint. So what do you guys think? Tell me what you guys think. And excuse my lips. I've been trying to get them still on track, y'all. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back to you guys so you guys can see how I actually look. Hopefully I can bring myself back to life, but you guys will see how my makeup looks afterwards, and then I will be doing a wear test throughout the day to let you guys know the status of how things are holding up. If I needed a blot, if it wears off, does it claim to be what it says it claims to be? Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, I am back with a full-on face. I did a little something to my eyes, put on some blush and some bronzer around my face. It still kind of look a little ghostly, but you know, in the mirror it looks fine. With the white lighting and everything like that, it looks a little bit more brighter, but as you guys can tell, I don't know, you know, I feel some type of way about that, but we're just gonna go along with it. I do happen to love the finish of this particular tint. I didn't notice anything settling into any lines or anything like that, so that's a great thing. It's very lightweight. That's a plus as well. So, you know, it might for me just be the color. Who knows? I didn't see any, like, you know, harsh places to cover. I mean, this side obviously was the most challenging for me, but this one wasn't as challenging, but we did see that blemish that was there earlier, and it's not there anymore, so that looks really good. I'm gonna come in a little closer so you guys can see. This is how my skin looks. It looks beautiful, actually. When you look up close, like I said, in the mirror it looks pretty good. Nothing's clinging to the nose. And as far as concealing under my eyes, I just put concealer here, not on the outer skirts, because we already had that brightness that we were looking for prior. So we just mostly needed to do most of the not concealer, but contour and bronzer. So I did a little of that without trying to go a little too overboard. Did put some highlight on there, not too much, but just my normal amount of highlighter to give it that extra pop. Time is currently 11:18 right now, so I'm going to be checking in periodically with you guys just to let you guys know the wears of this makeup and how did it perform throughout the day. If I happen to get oily, by the way, I am combination skin type, just in case if that matters to you guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna be checking back in with you guys to let you guys know the results and see how things wear. As far as you guys can see, this is how it looks outdoors. It's not much of a sunny day. It's very dull, like, and rainy, so it's not too bright, but this is what it looks like outside. Not with the lights. I think it looks pretty decent without the white lights. So yeah, I guess just come outside Anywho, I just wanted to show you guys how that wears and how it looks and everything. So I will check back in with you guys later. Alright, you guys. So the update is all you have to do is go outside basically and everything will be alright. So far so good. My makeup looks absolutely beautiful. When I look in the mirror each and every time, it's like when I see myself on camera, it's just like, I don't know if the makeup is actually kind of oxidizing a little bit more, as you guys can see. The timestamp right now is 3:22. I think everything looks really nice. I do see a little creasing around my mouth on the prime side, which I'm kind of shocked about, but maybe because of the coating, you might do well with or without primer probably. And as you guys can tell, the non-prime side looks pretty good. I don't think I'm really like producing as much oils than normal. This is just normal. I haven't blotted or anything like that. I just went out and went to a couple of car shops recently and went out to eat. It was kind of like an on and off humid type of day, so it was getting pretty hot towards the end, but I'm back home now in front of these lights, and you guys can see everything for what it is, how it looks. You get 2 ounces, fluid ounces in this little bottle here. I think this is gonna be a nice little staple if I don't mind just bronzing up my face a little bit. It's, you know what, I don't know, I'm gonna probably have to mix up a shade, but I think the formula is very nice. I just think it just happened to have issues with coloring, so I'm probably gonna have to mix up my shades just to make it my summer shade, because maybe I'm coming out of my winter shade. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I think this wears absolutely gorgeous. It's a healthy glow. Like I said, like my oils aren't going all out of whack. I am a combination skin type, so normally like I would probably grease up by now, but I think my makeup is holding up very beautifully for this amount of time. I think I've worn it for a great amount of time. So we're almost at 5 hours now of wear. I will continue to wear this. I am not going to be blotting. We are just testing and trying out how this wears and tears on my face all day for as long as I can, and I'm going to be doing periodically check-ins with you guys. So I will check back with you guys in a minute. Alright, you guys, I am back after a long day of activities, and it is currently 10:21. Look at this makeup, how it's wearing up. I honestly think that the prime side held up really well. It still looks luminous and as if I really did it. I took showers, I sweated today, I was in different climates today. So this was a good true test today of how long it wore. I took a nap, everything, and I normally don't do that in my makeup, but I'm doing it for y'all. This is the non-prime side. As you guys can see, it looks a little bit dull on this side. Don't pay attention to anything over here because my makeup kind of smeared earlier and I kind of like touched it up with a Q-tip just so it looks presentable. But I did not blot at all today. I did not, you know, tamper with the makeup at all. Everything is as is throughout the whole day. I see some spots peeking through here. Kind of looks like an Orion's belt there. And that's not contour. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more for y'all. Just see some discoloration peeking through on this side. It is not as covered, but we knew that to begin with when we started. This side here, that's the hair. This side still looks great, y'all. I don't see that blemish peeking through. I mean, it looks textured, but I don't really see anything peeking through, mostly on this side. I'm gonna look at my chin area. It is wearing off a little bit on my chin on the prime side, so, and that could be just because I took a nap today. It looks like it kind of wore off around my mouth. I've been eating a lot today, so I can't really look at that because that's like absolutely normal. Also around my nose, I've noticed like the makeup kind of clinging to each other in different spots, kind of like here. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like that little hole there. This little hole here. So it did have a little wear and tear, but other than that, like when I look in the mirror, I still feel like I look nice. It still looks ghostly on camera a little bit, but in the mirror it looks fine. When you go outside, it's fine. If I would have to rate this, I would say I would give it about maybe maybe a 7. A 7.5, because like I'm not in love with it because of the color for one, but I did think it did an excellent job. I think that the finish was excellent. I didn't get as oily as you would think. Like I said before, I am combination skin type, so I didn't blot at all, y'all. That is so surprising. So that's up on the up note on that. The coverage, it says is medium to buildable coverage. That may be true, but you would have to use like a brush or the velvet sponge applicator that I used earlier on this side of the face to see those results for fuller coverage, because this does not work with a sponge. If you're looking for a lighter weight look, then a sponge would be the way to go. But for the most part, I would use a brush or the velvet applicator to apply this particular skin tint. And that this is supposed to be a 24-hour wear. I would probably say if it were up to me, I would probably keep on going based off of this side. Make sure you're primed. Earlier I did mention that it did have some creasing on the prime side, but I think I can live with that based off the fact of it still looks like this, you know what I mean? So 24 hours, check. I would definitely say that that may be that may be true. I'm not gonna be in this for 24 hours. I would not recommend it, but if you do, that's you, honey. That's your business. It says it's vegan and UVA, UVB protection. I did want to touch up on the SPF 30, even though this particular foundation states that it has SPF 30. As a cosmetologist, we don't go based off what the bottle says. You kind of want to go ahead and still protect yourself at all times by putting your normal sunscreen on too as well, so that you do still stay protected, because you don't know. You don't know what's in this bottle. You don't know specifically if it is SPF or if they're, you know, we don't know. We'll never know. Just like if you were to go to the store to buy a hair dye. Have those hair dye kits at the store. You have no clue what type of developer is in that type of kit. So even though it states it's 30 SPF in here, we don't necessarily know. So just to cover your tracks and make sure that you are protected, I would say still put on your sunscreen. All day hydration. Non-acnegenic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to anyone who is looking to try this particular product. And also, I guess the ratings of why I would rate it a 7.5 is because of the tones that they have for this particular line was not meant for darker complexions. It was more favorable in the lighter complexions. That's why I feel like my shade is a little bit more off balance, because in the darker shade ranges, they grouped a lot. Like, it's a lot of gaps in the color range for this particular line, and I just did think that was, you know, smart, because everybody isn't the same tone, same hue. We have different undertones. We're more orange, we're more brown, we're more a little yellow, a little, you know, brighter. It's all different types out here, and for you to categorize us all into one category, that it's kind of off-putting for me. So that is just my opinion. But like I said, I do think it is a great product. If you would like to try it, just be sure to go in store to color match yourself before purchasing. I did enjoy the wears of this foundation, and I will be trying other foundation reviews. Stick around for my next foundation review. I do happen to have a couple in my playlist, so if you guys are interested to see what is in my collection, take a look see here in these videos here that I'm going to post here. I hope to see you guys soon. Be sure to follow me and subscribe. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this video, just so that I know that you guys enjoyed this type of content. And thank you guys so much for watching. Click here or here on this video.